Jackie, how are you doing today?
Hi, Dawn. Not too bad at all.
So you know what we're going to do? We're going to help these grade 12s today. We're going to help them master how to do a creditors reconciliation. Are you up for it?
Yes, but we did one the other day, but that was also creditors recon. What was the difference between that one that we did and this one?
Okay, well, this one is interesting because they've actually just want us to do the creditors control and the creditors list. So we don't have a creditors statement here at all. So we're not
Yes.
doing a check of our balance of what we owe our supplier with what the supplier sent us as a statement. So we're just going to make sure that our creditors control corresponds with our creditors list, which is an internal control measure. And at the moment, as you can see, they do not agree with each other. So let's get stuck in without wasting any more time. Balances and totals on the 30th of June are given to us already before correcting the errors and omissions. The creditors control account balance is 64,800. You saw that there already. And the creditors list total is 79,300. So that information was already entered on the answer booklet. So we're going to hop in straight with B, and let's see, what do we have to do here? The creditors journal, the CJ, this is us buying on credit from our supplier, was overcost by 1,000 rand. What does overcost mean?
Too much.
Too much. Too much, much more than it should be, isn't it? Hey?
True.
So is it a total or is it a individual creditor that we're referring to?
That is an important question because with the creditors control, we work with
Totals only.
And this one is definitely a total.
It's a total. It doesn't relate to a specific creditor. Great.
Right.
So this entry is going to affect our creditors control column. We have overcosted by 1,000 rand. So that means we must subtract 1,000 rand. We had entered purchases 1,000 rand more than what we should have. Do you agree with that one?
I do agree. And it will have no effect on the list.
No, because we don't know. Well, it's a total error, not an individual creditor's error. Okay, C. S-Snow, a debtor. Wow, that's interesting. A debtor with a credit balance. Gosh, what does it mean if a debtor has a credit balance?
Yeah, that's sometimes very confusing for the students. I mean, we can buy from somebody and we can also sell to them. And depending on what happens, we can either owe them or they can owe us.
Right. So if this is a debtor, this is somebody that's supposed to owe us money. Yeah. And debtors, as you know, are an asset. So they are plus minus. So they increase on the debit side and they decrease or owe us less, or in effect, we owe them if they have a credit balance. So a credit balance simply means we owe the debtor 900 rand. Maybe they returned goods, so we had to give them a credit. Maybe they overpaid us.
They overpaid, yeah.
Maybe we gave them a discount that they hadn't factored in when they paid us. So for whatever reason, we owe them 900 rand. But this exam question is interesting because they don't want it to be in the creditors list because it says it was mistakenly included in the list of creditors. So they're not a real creditor in the terms of what we understand it, a supplier. This is just a debtor who we owe money to. Yes. But for whatever reason, they don't want it in the creditors list. So we're going to take it out. So we will minus 900 rand from our creditors list. Moving on to D.
Okay, very important. The total of the creditors allowance journal was inaccurately added as 23,500 instead of 17,900.
Okay, so again, it's a total.
Yep.
It's much higher than it should be, so it's been overcost. How much has it been overcost by?
It was, if you subtract, I think it gets you 5,600.
So the difference is 5,600. Now, this is where a lot of people get confused. Should I be adding it? Should I be subtracting it? So let's go back to the grassroots here. Creditors allowances journal always reduces what I owe my supplier because it's from returns. I have recorded my returns
as too high.
So I have subtracted too much from my creditor.
So that means
I must add back the 5,600 in our creditors control because they spoke about a total, not an individual creditor. Then E, the debtors control column. This is another fascinating one. The debtors control column. And we're talking about creditors, but they're bringing in the debtors control column.
That's very confusing.
In the cash payments journal, was erroneously posted to the creditors control account. So this debtors control column entry in the cash payments journal is very interesting. A cash payments journal affects which account? Your bank.
Your bank and your debtor in this case.
In this case, your debtors control, yes, or yeah, your debtors control, both of which are assets. They're both plus minus accounts, aid and lec, right?
Yeah.
So if it's the cash payments journal, we are assuming correctly that our bank must decrease or be credited with 4,400 Rand, which means we should have debited or increased our debtors control account. But that's not what actually happened. They said this was erroneously posted to the creditors control account. So if we have a little creditors control account down here, your creditors control is a liability. So that is minus plus. So instead of them entering the 4,400 on the debit side of the debtors control, they went and added it to the debit side of the creditors control. And debiting your creditors control reduces it. Yes. So
which shouldn't have been done at all.
No, it should have been in there. So what are we going to do? We are going to add back the 4,400 to fix this error in our creditors control. So let's go on to our creditors control and add back the 4,400.
There we go.
Perfect. Almost done. Packing material costing 2,300 Rand returned to PP distributors was recorded correctly in the relevant journal. Which journal would that be, Mrs. Spano?
That would be the CAJ.
The CAJ, the Creditors Allowances Journal. It was, however, posted to PP distributors account as a credit purchase.
So where was the error made? In the list or in the control account?
Well, I think it would be in the creditors list because it's unique to this particular creditor. So we treated this, or the business treated this as a purchase, which would have gone in the creditors journal. So it means they added 2,300 Rand instead of minusing 2,300 Rand. But what's that double whammy?
There's our double whammy again. It's on the wrong side of the account. So to fix the error and put in the correct amount, you enter the double figure on the other side.
Okay, so we're going to minus twice, in other words, from the creditors list. So the first time I'm subtracting, I am reversing the amount that was added. And the second time I subtract 2,300, I'm actually showing the return.
Showing the return.
Great.
It.
So you've already pre-added these, right? Like, when you bake a dish and you've made one before, you've done it.
I've done it.
Right.
73,800.
This side, 73,800.
And this lo and behold, that one also.
Fantastic. That means we have successfully reconciled our creditors control with our creditors list.
Lovely. Thank you so much.